I want to start by reading the words of Jesus in the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 11, verses 28 to 30, where we read, "Come to me, all you who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is gentle, and my burden is light." How beautiful, isn't it? These words of Jesus resonate as a refreshment for afflicted and burdened hearts. In a world full of anxieties, challenges and responsibilities, we often find ourselves lost in a sea of worries, constantly searching for solutions to our problems. In this scenario we live in today, Jesus' offer is a balm for the tired soul and an invitation to find peace in the midst of chaos. Note that Jesus' invitation is inclusive. He says, "Come to me, all you who labor and are heavy laden." Note that he does not distinguish between righteous or unrighteous, rich or poor, strong or weak. He says, "All you who are weary." Only one criterion is used here: you who are tired, you who are burdened, have the invitation to draw closer to him and find rest. There are no restrictions, no judgments or conditions for this loving invitation. He welcomes us exactly as we are. By inviting us to take his yoke upon us, Jesus is not inviting us to a life of hardship and deprivation. It is true that the Christian life is not easy, but Jesus calls us to learn from him and says that his yoke is easy and his burden is light. In other words, following Jesus' commandments is not a heavy and unsustainable burden, but rather a journey of growth and transformation. Even if we have difficult moments, even if the Christian life becomes arduous at times, Christ will be by our side, helping us to carry the weight that life often brings us. Jesus teaches us to be meek and humble in heart, just as he is. These are fundamental characteristics for a full spiritual life. Meekness is not a sign of weakness, as many think, but of self-control and humility before God and others. Humility makes us sensitive to the needs of others and helps us recognize that we depend on God's love and grace. Finding rest for the soul in Jesus Christ does not mean escaping the difficulties of life, but experiencing the peace that passes all understanding, even in the midst of adversity. It is a peace that transcends external circumstances, because it is based on the constant presence of Jesus in our lives. Resting in Jesus calls us to lay down the burdens of anxiety, self-sufficiency, and fear. As we place our concerns in his hands, we discover that he, and his Father Jehovah, is our safe haven in the midst of the storm, our refuge in the midst of struggles, and our comfort in times of sadness. Therefore, my dear brother and sister, today, as you meditate on these words of Jesus, allow your heart to rest. Give him your worries, surrender your fears and tiredness, knowing that he cares for you with love and mercy. Learn from him, for his yoke is easy and his burden is light. Trust his word and allow divine peace to envelop your heart, for God is the Lord who brings us comfort, renewal and hope in every moment of life. I wish that God protects you and keeps you, and that his peace be with you today, tomorrow and always. God bless you.